Hi team, I hope you are well, fine and good. In this we'll be having a discussion on Cisco CVSS 10.0 FMC radius remote code execution vulnerability. So we'll be having a detailed understanding about that, and we'll be understanding what actually happened about this vulnerability, like what it is. First thing is when it was actually been discovered, along with that how it works, and finally we'll be having a clear discussion about AI powered mitigation ideas, so how we can implement AI in mitigating this. So this is the objective of our discussion, and I hope you will have a very beautiful session as well. So proceeding further, what is the vulnerability is all about, how actually it is, and how actually it actually works with. So what is the vulnerabilities? One is all about the identifier. So what actually been identified here is that CVE 2025 2026-5 disclosed by Cisco on August 14, 2025. Along with that, the severity score is ranked with maximum of CVSS V3 score of 10.0, which is highly critical. Along with that, the affected products which comes into this role is all about Cisco Secure Firewall Management Center. Okay, software version 7.0.7 and 7.7.0 only when radius authentication is enabled for web-based management, SSH or both. Okay, so this is the most affected products which becomes vulnerable. Okay, so next is how the vulnerability works, or we can say the mechanism about how actually it works with. So actually the thing here is that the actual issue streams from improper sanitization of user input, okay, during the authentication phase via radius. Okay, so this is the most critical field which comes into role, or the comes into existence, or comes into picture. Okay, when an unauthorized or unauthenticated remote attacker can send crafted credential containing cell meta characters. Okay, so these inputs are then executed as cell commands, as you all, as actually the threat actor actually does that, cell commands with high privilege, often as root access, I can say, on FMC devices. Okay, so as no authentication or no admin rights are required, this is pre-authenticated command injection, which makes extremely dangerous. Okay, so that's the reason why how the vulnerability works, or the mechanism behind the working of the radius. Okay, the vulnerability, how it was being exploited by the threat actor. Okay, when and how it was disclosed. So disclosing date is all about the Cisco published the security advisory on August 14, 2025. Okay, so making this vulnerability publicly available. Okay, the second timeline is all about the discovery. Okay, the flaws were discovered internally by Cisco security researcher Braden Syke during an internal security testing. Along with that, the exploitation status at the time the disclosure are here, no public available exploitation or active misuse of this vulnerability been observed. So official remediation and workaround is all in progress. One is patch required, then is workaround and challenges. So Cisco has released a software update fix with this issue. Customer with valid service contract had already had obtained via standard channels. So coming to workarounds, okay, there is no true workaround exists that fully mitigate the vulnerability, but the thing is that, right, Cisco has already been recommending the users or replacing with the radius authentication, okay, with local user account. Okay, external lap or SALM SSO if patch development is not immediately possible. Along with the challenges is all about some organizations, especially ones relies on radius, may face operational challenges when disabling it. Okay, so AI powered detection and mitigation ideas. So how AI can be implemented here? One is anomaly detection in radius logs. Okay, deploy AI powered systems to flag radius authentication attempts, okay, containing suspicious characters, often used in command injections. Okay, so through which AI can help us in detecting PowerShell activities, like use AI tools like we have SIM, we have SOAR, okay, to or we have EDR solutions to correlate radius login attempts. Along with that, behavioral implementation, like implement implementing ML models that can learn FMC process behavior, okay, and also start alerting the users or alerting the organization about any sign of suspicious policy changes. So isolation and forensic readiness, isolating the affected compliance from the network if a compromise is actually been suspected. Along with that, capturing isolated data or violated data, RAM, process behavior, or report. So this can help us in isolating in forensic readiness in AI-powered detection and mitigation ideas. So last is all about the patch validation via AI. How we can do a patch validation via AI is all about use AI based configuration mechanism system, okay, management system or mechanism that can implement this management, okay, to continuously verify if FMC instances are being in progress or at the fixed release level, okay. So it actually start alerting on any kind of outdated systems or any kind of vulnerable versions that even comes into role or comes into picture or across large data sets or large fleets. So this is all about the today's video analysis, folks. I hope you have enjoyed the session. I hope you have already done your mitigation strategies with patching. Thank you.